Good evening. Welcome to the T.G. Howard Outreach segment. I am Sammy Poindexter, and I am here with Tracy Belcher. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you, sir?
Good, good. So I'm going to have you talk about the position that you're seeking, and then tell us all about yourself.
Okay. Well, I am seeking the office of treasurer, Pulaski County. One of the reasons I'm seeking that position is I'm a finance person and I love people. So what better way to talk to people in the community than in the treasurer's office, and that's where a majority of the public will come into that office. I am a graduate of Radford University, came down here in 1998 and decided that I love Southwestern Virginia. Met my husband, as the story is told, and stayed here. We moved to Pulaski County in 2005. We have 2 children. Ryan is almost 12 and Ella is 3. And Ryan's in the school system and Ella's in preschool out at Building Bridges Daycare. And we love this county because of being able to raise our children here. And it's amazing. I'm originally from Fairfax County and really nobody knows each other there anymore. So it's nice to hear. I have a bachelor's degree in finance and I have been doing public accounting for almost 16 years, and I enjoy it a lot. I started my career in public accounting when I went to Virginia Tech and worked there for 6 years, and then I realized I missed working in the community I live in. I'm a firm believer, my husband and I both are, that we should try very hard to work and live in the same community. My husband has been employed at James Hardie, Bryan, since 2005. So we are stable here in this community. We want to continue to live in this community, and both of us enjoy serving our community at different levels. One of the things that stumped me on this was my hobbies and that kind of thing. I am a motivational book junkie and I love to read those type of books because one, they inspire me, and then I'm able to inspire somebody else, maybe by words. And that happened last year. I started posting things on social media just about some encouraging things, and I had a few women reach out to me. And from there, we have created a group of about 15 or 16 women, and we meet once a month. We are from all different walks of life. We are we have grandparents in the group, we have young moms in the group, we have mothers of teenagers, people with no children, single, not married, and I created this group and I lead this group, and one of the most amazing things out of it is they helped encourage me to do this, to step out of my comfort zone and say, you know what, I want to make a difference, and how do I do that? And this was really an opportunity that I saw that, this is something that I know that I can do, and I have the encouragement, and I have people who believe in me, and that's what I was pushing towards these women. And in this group, over the past year, we've had women get new jobs, we've had women come out of some terrible relationships, we've really built this foundation, and it's amazing. We talk to each other every day through social media on our private Facebook page, and it is amazing when you put differences aside and just work on the common thing, which is to make this place great, to make everyone feel welcome. And that is just one of my huge things that I believe in. And that's one of my big hobbies, and I love to try to encourage women to do lots of things, men and women. In that too realm, in my current job, one of the big things that I did was when I first got there 5 years ago was the bookkeepers in the schools, they didn't really have much of a relationship. They didn't really talk to one another. And I really wanted to make sure that relationship was forged, and they have an amazing relationship now, and we meet and they talk, they answer each other's questions, and they've really, I've empowered them to make sure that they know that they're worth what they do, and that's what I want to do, and make sure that the community members know that as well.
That's awesome. That's awesome. You got any good book recommendations? I like reading also.
Well, most of the books that I read are written by women, but but yeah.
That's good stuff, though. That's great. Thank you. What do you envision your elected role's purpose to be and its impact on Pulaski, Virginia?
My role as the treasurer, a couple things. I want to make sure that that office serves not only as the collection of taxes, which no one really enjoys paying taxes, but coming to an environment where you feel welcome and questions can be answered. And I want that office to not just be the treasurer's office. I want that office to be where Mr. Poindexter comes in and says, I have a question. I'm not really sure who I need to talk to in the county about this. Well, hold on. Let me get that answer for you. Just wait a few minutes and not say, I don't know. I want that to be somewhere that questions can be answered.
Okay.
It's a central office in this community. And as the treasurer, I feel like my role too is to always represent Pulaski County well, whether I'm working inside the county with citizens or I'm representing the county at different levels in the state. If I'm at state meetings, talking to other treasurers in various counties, I want to make sure that we are always represented well. And I feel like as citizens, we should hold our constitutional officers and our board of supervisors, any elected position, to that standard that if we've elected you, I want to make sure that you are representing everybody, not just one group, everybody, and have everyone's best interest. So that's,
That's good.
my big,
That's good.
my big drive is to make sure that, we work hard for this community and we help the citizens of this community.
Good. Thank you. And I have a final question for you here, and it's regarding your involvement in the community.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll just read it to you here, okay? In recent months, a grassroots movement to increase historical awareness and affect positive change in response to community needs in Pulaski County. And some of the examples of these movements are Cafe Training School Project, which is set to revitalize and repurpose its space to preserve items of cultural importance and address the needs of children. And secondly, the Adair Theater Group, and its mission is to provide outreach and entertainment through the arts. And finally, the T.G. Howard Community Center, which is us. Its purpose is to invest and enrich the lives of residents in our community. So the question is what are your thoughts on these efforts, and how would you play a role in encouraging and supporting these projects as an elected official, which, as an elected official, we know that you don't have, so much authority there.
Mm-hmm.
But what about as an individual, as a private citizen?
As a private citizen, I feel like anything that we can do to revitalize buildings, to repurpose buildings, to clean up areas in the community, to increase children's activities for children. I do have 2 young children. It matters that my children have somewhere to go and something to do, and not sit at home. So all those initiatives to me, are outstanding. I enjoy volunteering. I just actually, for the first time, was able to do the Go Pulaski. For the past 3 years that they've done it, we've always been out of town that weekend. And it was fantastic. It was fantastic seeing all those people from across the community gather together, but for one common purpose, was to do something good. And I encourage every citizen in this community to take a step back from your daily life and go out and do something that you typically would not do, and see the reward in it. My son is 12. He went with us to Go Pulaski. He was scrubbing Robinson Track Community Center with a brush, and and at the end of the day, he realizes that it's not easy for everybody. So those efforts that we can put forth just to make this community outstanding, and who doesn't want to be proud of where they live? And if people on the outside continue to see us working together and volunteering and repurposing buildings and creating spaces for children, who wouldn't want to live here? All these things continue. When I first moved here, all this stuff wasn't here, but I've slowly watched everything start changing, and it's fantastic. It's a great movement, and the child care aspect of the T.G. Howard is something that is so needed in this community, and I am all for early childhood education with a young child, a 3-year-old, and I hear it all the time from young moms. We don't know what we're gonna do, we don't know where we're gonna put kids. So that kid aspect, because you provide stuff for children in the community, what comes with the children? The parents. and just things start following. So that volunteering and getting out, I encourage everybody, and I plan to continue my volunteering efforts throughout the community. I volunteered in the schools and through the YMCA. I do some help with some of their stuff, and it's just, I think it's fantastic. I enjoy it. My favorite part about it is I get to meet people I never would meet before.
Thank you. Awesome. We appreciate you participating.
Thank you very much.
But I do want to give you an opportunity to make any final remarks to our viewers, if you would like.
I just want everyone to know that I am so excited to even be given this opportunity to run for treasurer, and I hope and encourage everybody, regardless, to come out and vote November 5th for whoever you want in office and all of our elected officials. So hope to see you all out on November 5th.